Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video with Buck. Tonight I'm actually doing this is my very first ever movie review. I've decided to do movie reviews because I have one of the best collections of movies in the world. Being a Generation X guy, I kind of like all the old stuff and the new stuff. I'm caught right in the middle. So I got all the classics, I love all the good movies, and I'm going to start with The King. And I don't mean Elvis Presley, we might fit him in there somewhere. Blue Hawaii wasn't bad. There's a few good movies of Elvis. But the king we're going to start with is right here, King Kong. Good old King Kong. This is the King Kong 1976. So I'm kind of starting in a weird spot. And the reason I'm doing that is just simply because I watched this movie last night. Just got this one in yesterday. And as far as I know, I've got one more to go and I will have every King Kong movie. So I almost have the whole set. As you can see, they're kind of stacked here behind me. And the only one I don't have is actually part two to this. This is a remake. This is the first ever remake from the original 1933 King Kong. And then this remake has a part two, which is the only movie I actually don't have in my set because it's like $40 right now. And I'm gonna wait till it comes down in price. But the good news is that movie you can watch for free on YouTube. That's called King Kong Lives. It's like one of the only full King Kong movies on YouTube. But King Kong Lives is an actual part two to the first remake ever made. And then you go on to like the Jack Black remake, probably like hands down, that's the best King Kong movie ever made in my opinion, other than maybe the original because it just has such, the original is just, you can't beat that, especially not with this. We're going to start with the good, but there's a lot of bad in this one. This was different, 1976. So I was like 2 years old when they made this movie. And they cut some corners. Some stuff was cool. The one thing where I wanted to start with this movie is actually right at the beginning. In this movie, when you see the fog bank that Skull Island is on, when you see the fog bank in the ocean on this movie, it's actually really good. Really, really good. It looks really good. The second thing is when they do step foot on the island, it's very beautiful. And the big open like cave like thing they have to get up, they go through this big rock cavey thing they go through and go onto the rest of the island and stuff before they see the wall. It's really beautiful, but the wall is not as good as the original. It looks like CGI kind of wall, not like the original at all. The original wall in King Kong, that was badass. There's no other way of putting that. So you got your main two characters here, of course, is the girl. In this case here, the girl for this movie, very skinny, very pretty, a different kind of fit. A lot of girls in your monster movies are full figured kind of girls, and this was a really skinny girl, so it was something different. Not like Fay Ray. Fay Ray filled out a dress very nicely, to put it nicely. And this girl, not so nice. I don't know when they had padded bras and stuff like that, but yeah, they didn't help this girl any of this movie. But none, you know what? That doesn't matter. She's still very pretty, and the movie works for what it is. Like I say, it's got some good and some bad. But that was just one of those things that kind of stood out to me. It's like this girl here is really skinny for this role in this movie, and but hey, it is what it is. I obviously love all the King Kong movies, and so yeah. And then you've got the other character, the guy that saves her, you know, in every King Kong movie. This guy in this movie in 76, he kind of looks like somebody out of like a Jurassic Park movie. He would have fit perfectly in one of those. So, of course, they do have the natives. They do have the scene where they go on the beach and they find the natives and they get discovered and things get heavy and there's some gunshots and whatever, right? And so then the dude, the Jurassic Park looking dude with the beard and everything, he's some college professor guy or something, right? He's all into the environment and stuff. And it's because of oil. It's an oil, the oil like tycoons, they're going to this island to look for oil. This guy, this Jurassic Park dude, he just jumps on the ship, kind of stow away, and then they figure it's all out and stuff. So he's gonna run away on this island and go look for what's going on. He knows there's something up with this wall and everything. And sure enough, the native guys paddle up, grab little Miss Skinny Blondie right off the dock. She was so little, it wasn't very hard for her to grab in this movie. Like literally, just she was gone. Eh? So you go through the normal process of you're gonna be married to Kong now. And so now they gotta go save her, right? So they go to save her, and this is where this movie's a little disappointing. They have this scene where they're going over the log, over that big crevice, and Kong comes and shakes the log and everything. They have that scene in this movie. They did recreate that. Not one dinosaur. Not one. Remember the original 1933 with the snake that had the little leg things on? So you get a snake in this movie. It reminds me of Anaconda, the movie Anaconda, the original one, not the Blood Orchard where the snakes look better, but the original one where the snakes kind of sucked a bit. That's what the snake reminds me of, but it's weird. Because Kong and his girlfriend they're sitting there, and you hear the snake coming, and it's kind of hissing, and it looks like a big long python, the body of it. But you can hear like a rattlesnake tail, and then when you see the head, it's like the head of a viper with these long fangs, like Gaboon viper fangs. And of course, it's giant like Titanoboa. So of course, Kong wins the fight, and that's it. That's literally it. That's the only thing that you see him fight or deal with. It's the only animal, like I say, no dinosaurs. So that was kind of chintzy, right? On this movie's behalf that way. So the guy that's originally going there on this ship, he's all in. It's all or nothing. He goes bust if he doesn't get oil on this little island, this hidden island where mankind has never stepped foot before, till they get there and find all these little island guys living there in King Kong. So of course he finds what he figures is oil in this movie, of course. And it turns out it's no good. They gotta wait like 10,000 more years for the oil to be any good. So, like I said, it's all or bust for this dude. So he's bust. He's got nothing. And somebody tells him to look at the bigger picture, the big guy or something. He's like, oh yeah, the big guy. So of course, they dig a pit. A big old pit just outside them doors. And they leave the door just enough so Kong can break through it. Then he falls in the pit. And they got the chloroform in there and it's all going. So he's out cold. And then next thing you know, he's on the ship and he's heading for New York. So this time we get to New York. And it's kind of cool in a way, especially these days with them not being there anymore. This one, our 1976 remake, we don't go to, oh God, I can't believe it. I just forgot the name of the Empire State Building, right? We don't go to that in this one. We go to the Twin Towers, which is cool. The Twin Towers are in a lot of movies, and a lot of movies I'm going to be going over are going to have the Twin Towers in it. Like March 27th. On March 27th, we will do Crocodile Dundee. The Twin Towers are in that movie as well. But I always watch that movie on my birthday, so that day we'll do the review of that. Just like on Groundhog's Day, we'll do the movie Groundhog's Day. I got a lot of movies. So, back to the king here. Like I say, the World Trade Center, he climbs the towers, of course. And that's where they shoot him down from there. And that is the end of that movie. And then you get into part 2 of this remake, which, like I said, is King Kong Lives. I did recently watch that, and I will again, but because this is a remake of the original, my next video is going to be, I'm going to do all the King Kong series first, and then we'll move on. But my very next video now is going to be the original, the 1933. So we jumped ahead one, kind of. We jumped ahead 2, realistically, because anybody who really loves King Kong knows in 1933 when they made King Kong, they also made a second one that was called The Son of Kong. Right there. So realistically, you've got these 2 movies, the original King Kong and The Son of Kong. You have both those movies before this movie, and then you have King Kong Lives. So we're going to catch up with these two next, and then we'll go on to King Kong Lives and all the rest of them. And then, of course, you got like the ones from, I believe, the 60s, the King Kong Escapes, the original King Kong Godzilla. So we're going to do each one of these. But yeah, definitely tonight, when I'm done this video, actually, I'm going to start rewatching the original. I watch it a couple times a year, I want to say. You know, it's always been one of my favorite movies right from when I was a kid. This one, years ago, we all know how it is now. You want good movies, you gotta buy them. They just don't play good movies on TV anymore, hardly. This one here can be a little harder to get. You pretty much just gotta buy it. You're not gonna just randomly see this one playing on TV, but you used to back in the 90s and whatnot, eh? And it's different. It's different. You would think the first remake of King Kong, you would want it to be better than the original. And I want to say, I don't think they were really going for that in this movie. I think it was just maybe make a little bit of money off it, right? Make a second one, a remake. It wasn't until Jack Black come along and really hit it out of the park. This one here did not hit it out of the park at all. Not at all. But it's a King Kong movie. It's in the series. You gotta watch it. If you love this movie, I got a lot of respect for you. Because this one, like I say, is just not one of the best ones, right? But that's okay. That is okay. I don't mind. This will be one of the movies in my collection that I won't be watching very often, right? Like, I'll watch the original a couple times a year. I'll watch the Jack Black one once a year. But something like this is going to be like once every 5 years for me, right? Like, it's not a 5-star movie. She's more of a 1.5 stars, if I'm being real generous, right? 9 out of 10. I don't know. I give it an honest 4. So there it is from Buck. My very first movie review ever. The old King Kong himself. And so I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm going to be doing a bunch more of these. It's going to take years for me to get caught up on all these movies I have. It's going to take like more than a couple of days just to get through King Kong. And then you've got movies like Friday the 13th. There's got to be, what, 10 or something of those or more. There's, you know, the Planet of the Apes. You got all the old ones, all the new ones. Like I say, my birthday, I'll do the Crocodile Dundee, and then I'll do the second one after that, you know. Anything that has sequels will do. Like that, Blue Lagoon. Another one of my favorite movies. You got the first one, then you got the second one. Second one wasn't as good, but it was good in its own way. You know what I'm saying? So, and don't worry, you guys, I'm going to cover all the classic biker movies, everything. So if you like this kind of thing, I'm going to cover it. This one, unfortunately, this movie, like I say, there's really not a lot to go into. There's the snake scene, and he's got weird looking eyes that don't look like a snake. No dinosaurs, no giant tigers or anything, nothing. Like, just, that was pretty much it. It was just that snake. Him and the girl kind of have a little romantic scene in this one where he's holding his hand out under a waterfall. So he's kind of like bathing his new little friend, eh? So that was kind of cute. There was a few things like that, eh? But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty much just running out of things to say on this one because I'm going to do these videos just off the top of my head. It's worth a watch. And it's definitely worth buying if you're going to do with one of the things I've done is collect all the King Kong movies, right? You got to have it. You got to have every one of them. It's kind of like the old King Kong Escapes over there. Like, that's not a movie you're going to watch all the time, but that is a classic old 60s movie, just like some of those old Planet of the Apes, right? So I love them. As a Gen X guy, like I say, I do love them. So yeah, if you're new to King Kong, if you're a younger person and this is the first one you've seen of King Kong, don't lose hope. I would say go back and watch the original from 1933, King Kong. Watch that one first. And then you could go on from that and watch like Jack Black. Skull Island is not bad as well. You know, after Skull Island, it kind of starts to go another little bit of a way. And we'll get there soon enough, right? One at a time. Anyways, peace and love to you guys. Respect. I'll see you next time. And like I say, we're just going to go backwards one now. A couple. we'll go back to 1933 and do the original one. That'll be a longer video. That is such a good movie. You can talk about that one forever. So anyways, you guys, this has been fun. 1976. Give her a watch. She ain't bad. Later.